we've gone over energetics and its component to things. I think that the body is, the more I learn about the body, the more I think that either spiritually, energetically, physically with heavy metals, I think the body is in a dire need for detoxification. And I really didn't like that word because I feel like it's like a big trigger word on social media. I think a lot of people talk about detoxifying, but don't really know what it means. But our lives are built around detoxifying. You think of detoxification can be urinating, it can be sweating. Our bodies are constantly releasing things that are no longer serving us to our highest value. And I think a lot of the issues really comes down to when our bodies aren't able to keep up or aren't able to detoxify at the rate that they need. And I think that's the big problem. So I think also a lot of the times we don't think about things as being a form of detoxification. Like, for example, if somebody was going to go to church and it's about having this connection with Jesus, there's way more to it than that. A connection with the community when you go to church. But it is detoxifying. You're cleansing your energy. You're deepening your connection to something that's bigger than you. And that in itself is a form of detoxification. And so when you start thinking of it that way, where our bodies are trying to detoxify, I think that that's really important. Because I don't think it gets enough value. I think like we think about doing like these cleanses, we typically think of it like these herbs are detoxifying, different things like that. But I think that our bodies are naturally detoxifying. And I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind, is that it does it naturally. Just like some people will say, if I do XYZ, does that mean that my iron's going to move? Your iron, your body is doing that regardless. It just gives up how much of it is able to regulate based on some different factors. And I think that that's a really important thing to keep in mind, that what our bodies are designed to do. It would be like saying, is my body going to digest food if I do X, Y, Z? Well, that's a physiological response that your body's doing. Whether or not it's digesting food optimally is a better question. So whether or not our bodies are regulating iron optimally is a different approach. So I think like things like that are really important. And so when we're thinking about thyroid issues, when we are thinking about Hashimoto's in particular, I think it's really important to understand that there is this massive energetic component to it, combined with detoxification, that I think is just paramount. I think a lot of people get hung up on T4 converting to T3, and we think about all of these different things that are happening. But I do think that it is more of an energetic component than most. All issues come down to an energetic component, but I do think that the thyroid one, particularly, I can't emphasize it enough how much energetic it comes down to.